What's up, guys? Christian the artist. Giving my breakdown of the Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Conor McGregor fight. Let's start off with what each guy does well. For Conor McGregor, first of all, he has great sense of distance control. He has obviously we know the power is there. Not really one punch knockout power like people would like to make you believe. He's only knocked out one guy with one punch, and that was Jose Aldo, who was lunging forward into his punch. So McGregor, between the force of Aldo coming forward and McGregor hitting him, combined with him hitting him right on the chin, that's what led to that knockout. Usually McGregor knocks his opponents out by volume. It's usually overwhelming volume. Almost reminds me of a Pacquiao from several years ago. So we know the power is there. We know that the distance control is there. We know the timing and the reflexes. That's one thing that I think not enough fighters train. I don't think enough guys train their reflexes and their eyes, the ability to see. For example, take the way McGregor sees the right hand coming from an orthodox fighter, and he just counters it with his left right over the top. He drills that constantly. If you watch his work with Owen Roddy, he's drilling that all the time. So we know he has that. Also, accuracy. This is another thing that McGregor has. Another reason he knocks his opponents out is because he hits them right here. Again, I bring up the Aldo fight. They actually both connected at the same time. The only difference was Aldo hit McGregor here. McGregor hit Aldo right on the chin. And it was good night. So, just a brief summary of what I think McGregor does well. For Khabib, let's state the obvious. The dude is an incredible grappler and wrestler. Knows how to control people on the ground. Has a relentless pressure and an intelligent pressure, which is what I like about him. He doesn't just run at his opponents with reckless abandon. If you notice, particularly the Edson Barboza fight, the Michael Johnson fight, when he's dealing with strikers, he has a shuffle step, almost very similar to a boxing walk. And he'll shuffle his way in, so he's always in contact with the ground. He can change his level at any time. He can throw strikes from the shuffle. Very intelligent. It's a very intelligent pressure that he does. And obviously another big advantage, I think one of the biggest that he has, is his gas tank. Bruce Lee famously said, fitness is your first defense. And that is definitely true for Khabib. The guy can go for days. I think I'm going to do another video breaking down strategy and my take and what I would say to each fighter, or what I would, the strategy that I would come up with. Just because I like talking about this stuff. But for a prediction, to make a very long prediction short, I'm actually, and I don't have a dog in the race. I like McGregor. I like a lot of the things that he does. For this fight, I just don't think it's a good matchup for him. I actually have to go with Khabib. I think that Khabib wins maybe fourth round. I would say submission. One of the things that we have seen with McGregor is that we have seen him break in fights. We have seen him tire. We have seen him break. Some people like to say that, him getting tired is an apparition. But if you look at most of his fights end in the first or second round. The only time we've really seen him go long is when he fought Floyd and the two Diaz fights. And obviously we know how the first Diaz fight went. He got submitted. But that second Diaz fight, there was a lot of scary moments later on in that fight for him. Credit to him, he maintained his composure. He did maintain his composure and did catch a little bit of a second win. The problem is Khabib is not Nate Diaz. This guy is going to keep coming. This guy, when he sees you tired, again, the intelligent pressure that he puts on fighters is something to watch. So if I had to make a selection, I'm going Khabib, fourth round submission.